Hi, this is Dave Littman with Truth in IT, and today I'm joined by Don Mead. Don is SVP of SVA Software. He's SVP of Marketing and Partner Enablement. Don, welcome.
Hi, David. Thank you.
All right, Don, so tell us a little bit about SVA Software. Who are you guys? Where do you play? And what makes you guys unique?
Okay, thank you, David. So, SVA Software, we are a fairly new company in the US. We actually incorporated in January of this year. But our parent company, SVA in Germany, has been helping IBM customers for the last 15 years optimize their infrastructures. They created a product called BBQ, specifically designed to optimize SVC environments. And they did this to help basically build their services organization and to give their customers some added value to their environment. And the reason they did this was because there were no solutions out there that really could dig into the performance issues that SVC customers were facing. After about 5 years of using this in their service organization, their customers started asking for this to be a product. So they productized the solution and then they started selling it worldwide. They reached out to me about 9 months ago now to introduce this into the US market. The solution, what makes it unique, is the ability of actually not only providing health metrics on the environments, it also can provide performance metrics, and it can actually drill in to the storage virtualized infrastructure and resolve issues in minutes and analyze to the root cause in that time where other solutions could take you days or hours to do. They do this with one of the things unique about the product is what we call a tree map view. The tree map view is really a set of nested rectangles and triangles that gives you the ability of interpreting your environment very quickly and getting insight. So for instance, if you have 4 petabytes worth of data, in one quick glance, I can look at all that 4 petabytes and I can see which virtual disk are behaving correctly, which ones are sitting on the right class of storage, and more importantly, which ones are not. And if there is any issue that I recognize these issues by we put a heat map on top of that. So the heat map, if it's red, that means something could possibly be in danger. If something's green, it's balanced correctly. And if it's blue, it might be underutilized. And that's what we find a lot of times when we go into these environments and we do what we call a health check assessment. We're finding that the resources are being underutilized or over-provisioned. So with my solution, you're going to ensure that you're driving the highest performance at the lowest cost, and that your infrastructure is always stable and available and performing the way you need it to be.
Okay, so Don, let me ask a question. I'd love to see maybe a screenshot of this if we could. I don't think we have time for a demo, but at some point we'd love to have you for a demo. But let me ask you a question. Are you finding that the history of this product has shown that now fewer people are required to manage the storage infrastructure because of the visualization capabilities?
Well, that's exactly a great point. In fact, it's not only the CapEx, it's the OpEx savings that we provide, because no longer do you have to have a team of individuals chasing down issues and spending hours, weeks, and actually losing their weekends. We're going to be proactively identifying anomalies in the infrastructure before it's affected. And this way, yes, you're going to have less downtime, less resource, less people spending time trying to troubleshoot problems.
And it is installed about how many locations globally? I know you said it was mostly a European legacy. Help us understand a little bit, where it's living today.
Well, basically, we have hundreds of installations throughout the world, right? I'm just starting to target the US through my channel partners. But one of the things that's great about this product, it's a software-only solution. It requires no agents, no hardware. I can run as a guest on a virtual machine. I can install the product in 40 minutes and start gathering relevant information immediately. We also can do what we call an offline scan. Without installing anything, I can just run this simple exe and it will gather the information out of the SVC and Storwize environment. And let me stress, it's only for IBM SVC and Storwize environments. And it will pull that relevant information into a file. and then you can upload that to my cloud environment, and I can analyze that for you, and then we will give back a health assessment report to our potential customers or customers today.
Okay, cool. So listen, I want to see a screenshot. I want to see what this looks like.
Okay.
So let's swap the screen and bring it up to us so we can do a screen share. And like I say, we're running out of time, so we'll save more time for a full-on demo.
Sure. So you should be seeing my screen now, hopefully.
Not yet.
Here we go. Start my screen.
Yeah, here it comes.
Okay, so real quick, David, this is an interactive dashboard. These can have different looks and different feels, but this might be something that a storage administrator might have on his desk for daily monitoring of his environment. So very quickly, on the top left, you can see the tree map view that I was discussing. This is a set of nested squares, and this is actually looking at the performance of my SVC cluster. So right away, I can see something's red, so that might be something that is concerning to me. And if you look to the top right, you can see the vDisk performance. Well, very quickly, I mean, if you understand, the vDisk is basically a representation of all those squares, right? So I can see that at a specific time on Tuesday, there was, if you look here, you can see this aggregated peak here. I had some latency going on. Now, a very quick scan, I know we're not going to go through a whole demo, but if I look on the right-hand side, I can see my cache is fine at that point. My managed disk is also okay. And that tells me that my backend storage has no issues. But if I look over at the node port performance right under the tree map view, I can see that a very similar shape. And basically what that is a buffer credit issue that's occurring in my system on my node port performance. So what I would do if I was going to troubleshoot this, I would just basically bring this up. I would load this up, bring it larger, and then I would drill in and I would see exactly what's going on in my environment. I can see my node port is here having an issue. And my next steps would be to look at all the virtual disks that are signed that are going to that node port, find out the exact one that's having an issue, and then what I would do is basically just determine which host is having that problem. And I can actually do that real quick if you want to see it.
Let me pause here for 1 second, Don. So let me ask you, is there alarms that you can set and notifications, or is this all just for monitoring?
No, there's definitely alarms that you can set, and that's where the proactive monitoring piece comes into play, right? So I could set alarms based on my SLA. So let's say I have an Epic system, and you have to guarantee that it's always running under, 8 milliseconds. I could have an alarm that if it violated that at any given point in time, you would be warned of that.
Well, listen, Don. Here's what I'd like to do is I would love to have you come back and do a full-on demo for us so you can take us right through all of the screenshots.
Sure.
That'd be good. Okay, cool. So why don't we get that together? We'll schedule that, and we'll come back, and we'll have a full-on demo. Don will show all this for us. But for now, we're going to sign off because we're out of time. I've been speaking today with Don Mead. Don, again, is with SVA Software. Don, what's the website for SVA?
It's www.svasoftware.com.
All right, cool. Don, thanks again for taking the time to chat with us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again here soon.
Great. Thank you, David.
All right, thank you. Hey, and thanks for watching. Come back and watch again. We'll have another meeting with Don, and he'll take us on the demo. Thanks again, and make it a great day.